In today's video, we're going to talk about combining equipment with the reformer. So you can see I've got the long box on the floor, I've got a couple grippy pads and a balanced body foam arc. You can use the standard wooden arc as well. I just really like this one for some of my students that I don't want a severe spine stretch and arc. So this one feels really nice. Because it's lightweight, I want to make sure I grip the bottom of the box. So you're going to notice the majority of my body weight's going to be here. So I want to make sure that the seat is on top of the box. Now you need to adjust a couple times. I'm going to, so I don't have to move the box so far away from the reformer, I'm just going to shorten the rope by looping it once around. And then I'm going to kind of pull myself out at the swivel pulley, and I'm going to make sure my box is centered. So you can see my box is not centered. That way I can work both sides of the body. Now, depending on where you're at as far as limb length, it may be a little bit different. I've got a yellow spring on just so it can kind of help me with some of the exercises and also help kind of make some strength out of it too. So I'm going to do a quick test and make sure that that feels right. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to do a quick test to make sure that feels right. All right, that feels about even. If you get going, I'm going to just tiny turn it a little bit more. If you get going and you feel that the resistance, the yellow is too much strength, I want to use some strength of the yellow spring for assistance. So I don't want to do anything crazy. If you're going to do the overhead series, which I'm going to demonstrate to you, I recommend for most of the students to get this, which is the Hooked on Pilates Handy Band, because for the arm series, you might find you'll want to do this for the arm, the circles, and you might find you want to use this for the biceps and the sitting stuff. So let me just show you a couple. I want to keep this quick because I want you to be creative as well, but just see the setup and how much you actually can do with this setup and the reformer. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to start with a simple, you saw me just kind of prep it. You can do this leg position. So let me just show you. I'm going to start pressing in, and that's going to stretch the spring so it can help me lower down, as opposed to not having anything and just plopping down. So it's kind of a nice way to do it. I've done it where I'll put it on the forearm, and then I'll have my students side bend like that. So there's nothing right or wrong. I'm going to show you with the leg extended out, and I'm going to turn and make sure I'm really secure against it. I'm going to start pressing into my hand and then slowly letting that support me. And then I'm going to lay down. I'm going to extend my arm back out. I'm going to do a biceps curl and have that assist lifting me up. Lower the hand down, press, lower. Reach the arm out, bicep lift. So that really, really helps not only get some strength in the arm, but also help facilitate slowing down on the movement. And when you're coming up, let me show you, when we're going down, we're always trying to teach our students not to collapse, but a lot of them don't have that support. So this really starts giving them that support. I'm going to put one hand here, one on the wrist. I'm going to press, and I'm going to slowly lengthen down. Now I can add a nice stretch at the bottom, add a biceps curl, find that amount of assistance on that curl that helps lift me up. Let me show you from the other side. Straight leg variation. Starting with my hand in, and then I'm going to grab my other hand and put it over it. And I'm going to Start pressing until I feel that I've got a nice assistance. Lengthen, nice and slow. Once I'm down, I can add a stretch. Take the arm up. I always like to put my hand behind my head, extend my spine, bicep curl, and have that start lifting me up. Lower the hand down, place the hand on the wrist, start pressing. Lower down. Stretch. Arm goes out. Bicep curl. And one more. So there's some basic side bend with assistance both up and down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little roll down. Now this is something that can be done with 1 or 2 straps. Let me show you with 2. So when we're doing this, I do this on the trap table, and I've just really started to enjoy bringing it into the classroom. So this is my setup for the classroom. Both hands are on. I'm going to slowly lower down, rolling, extend the legs, and pull in. Take the arms forward, start lifting up. That's going to help lift the students back up to help assist. So I'll do a high pull variation and slowly roll down, and a bicep curl to come up. You can add some nice rotation to it and back up, roll and rotate and back up. Let me show you a single arm. So I'm probably just going to do one. I'll still put both, otherwise it's going to flop all over the place. Stack them on each other. There we go. Hand is behind the head, rolling down. And I'm just keeping my hug-a-tree, getting a nice stretch, bicep curl to help assist to come up. Switch at the top, hand behind head, holding that nice hug-a-tree as I let that spring help me. And bicep curl to come back. There's nothing right or wrong how you want to program those in. If you want to take this off, let me show you the sitting version. We'll put it back on, but the sitting version of that within a group class can be roll, curl, or single arm, single arm, so that's kind of nice that you have those two options. I love doing exercises with it flipped both ways. So when I'm this way, I'm probably going to bring it fairly closer. I may need to, I'm going to unclip one of these. I may need to play around with where I'm at. And again, using the option of the handy band instead of the yellow spring. I'm going to slide down, and I'm just going to do some arm presses. So I'm going to let it stretch me. If I want a deeper stretch than where I'm going, all I have to do is pull the box away. So I'm going to pull it away a foot, but be very careful because a yellow spring can actually be pretty intense. So arm is up. So I'm going to press and really feel that stretch. If I want to go all the way out of it and stretch and let it go slack, that's what I would do. I don't want to put too much tension, so I'm going to bend, then extend the arm up, and then go forward. Let it stretch. Continue to stretch. let it go slack, pull the arm in, extend it up, and press. You can either go behind the head like I'm doing, or you can go in front. You can go into circles, but that's very heavy for a lot of people. I use it in my strength. If you want to do some variations of a circle, tricep extension, circle back around, tricep extension, circle. Go as big as you want, and you can use some momentum on that tricep to get the arm up. Same thing, instead of impinging and trying to press with a straight arm if that's too heavy, add the circle this way by extension, circle around. Sorry, I didn't even circle. Down, up, extension at the elbow, and down and around. So this is a wonderful way to do tons of exercises, bent over, getting a nice stretch. I love doing 10, 15 minutes each side, different variations. And then I can let go of this. I can add some lower extremity. I can do some elbow to knee. Oops, that's elbow to knee. Trying to combine so many things. I'm going to choke it up for this one. And then maybe legs. So it's limitless with the creativity of what you want to do with this. I'm going to just show you a sitting version. So I'm going to do a nice stretch. Take my arms out. Slowly press as I roll up. And then roll down. Let the arms come and stretch. So you can either take the arm overhead or out to a hug a tree, or down and up. I'll show you on the other side. It is tons of abdominals to do that. Again, yellow can be heavy, so please make sure that you use appropriate resistance. Get that set of handy bands. There's arms overhead. Arms in a hug a tree. And arms down and back. So there's some variations facing forward. I can go on and on. There's some kneeling series we can do. So if you have the ab mat and you don't have the spine corrector, you can do a lot of these with the ab mat too. I just really enjoy getting on and using that foam arc as an option. I'll show you really quick, coordinating. So this can be done on the floor. It can be done on the trap table if you have one. Just get your arc out, get your set of handy bands ordered, because I'm going to start doing some more where I'll throw this into the mix of the floor work. If you like stuff on the floor, just search in the search menu, whether you're on the My Account page or the magnifying glass at the upper right-hand corner. Just search for whatever you want. If you want full classes, if you want variations, if you want floor exercises, anything on the floor, I'm going to consider using the box. So there's so much you can do to get more out of the reformer than we typically do. There's so many different translations I do from the ladder barrel, the Pilates chair, using the arc on the trap table combo like this. Please make sure if anybody feels that that yellow spring is too light, you can even do it with a TheraBand. You can, put the TheraBand around, but it's a really nice option for group classes. If you have enough of these, if you don't, then try to get creative with some that you can do with the TheraBand and the riser. Let me just show you that sequence we did in the very beginning. For group classes is fun to do even without the barrel. So I think I'm gonna have to go out a little bit more. So here, side bend, I'm gonna do leg out. And then back up, bicep curl, take the arm here, side bend. So it's a lot of control. You can add, if you have, I've got the ab mat, but I also have my spine arcs. I'll just finish right here. Get yourself a spine arc at some point. There's a lot to do with these. And this came from my love of using the ab mat. So I had these made, and they're less bulky and less need for storage than the arcs, but they are quite nice. If you don't have a spine arc, you can always, that's what I did wrong. I didn't choke it up. Wondering why the biceps felt strange. So if you don't have a spine arc, but you have an ab mat, use the ab mat. You're just not going to get as deep of a stretch. You can buy either my 3 or 5 inch. This is a 5 inch on my store page, and they're really great. Good quality, really good density foam. So anything I just showed you can be done with the 5 inch, the 3 or 5 inch spine arc. All right. Thanks for watching these different variations using the Balanced Body foam arc. If you have any questions about the Balanced Body foam arc incorporated onto the floor with the box, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Let me know, or send me send me an email with your ideas or thoughts. All right. Thanks for watching.